So the person got disability for being stupid. They married a person that also has disability for being stupid, and they had a kid, and they're not gonna put it in school because they want the kid to have disability for being stupid.
Don't tell Steve that.
Oh, about
Hi,
the.
honey. Come here.
What do you think of this, Chelsea? This person, she wasn't that bright, and so she dropped out of high school purposely to get disability for being stupid. It worked. She got disability for being stupid.
How?
Low IQ, can't work a job because she's not smart enough. Well, she then married someone else that had the disability for being stupid. They had a kid, and they're not going to put in the school system so the kid can grow up being stupid and get a disability.
That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, but it works.
Okay, so I looked it up. So Webster's Online Dictionary, stupid is having or showing a great lack of intelligence or a great lack of common sense.
Hmm?
What happens if
So-
disability goes away?
I was stupid
I don't
enough
know.
to think she was perfect. Synonyms: unintelligent, ignorant.
Ignorant is a
brainless,
good one.
Mindless, foolish. Foolish.
I cannot stand people that
Foolishness.
are ignorant.
Dull-witted, slow,
Honey.
witted, witless.
You know
That's
why
just my
the
thought.
government won't do that right now? Our government? Because they want money.
Money. Like, another reason why government does not care about you. They care about. Actually, at this point, I don't even think government even cares about the mass of people.
No, they
this
want
time.
a specific standard of certain people to be rich and powerful, so that way they can run the country just because they have money. And that's the issue. Because do you know which of our government's doing that? Mainly, not saying everyone, but mainly, it's the Democrats. There is evidence showing that they are embezzling money. There's possible evidence that they're sending money to Ukraine so they can embezzle it and send it back. Because the person running the money there is hired by the Democrats.
Okay, so here's a name. I would love for you to go Google it.
Okay.
Right? His name is Albert Pike.
Okay, I don't know it.
Okay. Go to Google, whatever, get a book, read, type in the name Albert Pike and learn about that guy. Okay? Learn about Albert Pike. And then, after you do that, learn about Margaret Sanger.
I don't know that one either.
Okay? Hold on. Albert Pike, Margaret Sanger, right? And then, after you do that, go and read about Adolf Hitler.
Oh, and see how similar their trends are.
They're all Democrats. Like, Democratic.
Granted, if you ask a Democrat,
Adolf Hitler ran as a democratic socialist, just like Bernie Sanders did.
just like, oh god, who's the Cuba guy?
Huh?
Who's
Kennedy?
the
Kennedy's
really,
issue?
really evil Cuba guy that caused Cuba to be really bad? That was a socialist guy.
I don't remember.
Stalin.
Escobar.
I was thinking Escobar is good one. How about Stalin?
Stalin's Russia,
Is he Russia?
pretty much.
Ah.
Stalin.
Stalin. But those two people had almost similar beliefs as Hitler. They just didn't do like a super strong war effort like Hitler did.
Well, as far as I understand, I could be wrong. As far as I understand, fascism, right?
Mm-hmm.
And can't even think right now. Fascism and wow. Okay, so like I can't even remember, right? Okay, so fascism started in Italy,
Yeah.
right? And then at least socialism did. And then Hitler liked Mussolini. And then Hitler liked it so much he turned it into what we know as fascism, which is how do you get fascism? Well, first you have to be socialistic, which
Yeah.
is predominantly democratic.
It is.
Socialism is predominantly democratic. You have to turn a society into a socialistical society first. America, especially Canada, America there's a lot more socialism than you think.
Oh, yeah.
Right? But right after that, you can implement fascism, and all basically fascism is a more delicate than it's Russia. It's communism. It's a militant state. Turn it into a socialized, driven militant state. That's what fascism, in a nutshell, is. But communism does the same thing. They just do it in a different way.
It's just every single country that's done communism does not work.
Not really. I mean,
It works at first, but then people start becoming like the people that don't work stop work less and work less and work less, and the people that do work and work harder, they get tired out easier. That's what basically communism can do.
well, yeah. So like Russia communism, for them to go completely tyrannical, what's going to stop them? Nothing, right? Like socialism or fascism, what's going to stop them from them going completely tyrannical? What's going to stop them from eradicating a certain group of people? Nothing. Nothing within the country, right? And that's what they did. What they did, they killed millions of people because they could. So Jim,
How are you?
oh, I'm all right. Holding on with two hands. You know, yeah, eradicating because they can. Within that country, nobody's going to stop them. Why? Because they are the superpower of the country. And that's one of the biggest reasons why we have rights and laws and whatnot that are established or have been established, were established to help prevent this tyrannical government from taking over. Forefathers knew it; they came from England, whatnot. England is a great example of military anyway, a good example of that, what we're talking about, what I'm talking about, is England at the time. There was a monarch, the military was great. And they can do whatever they want within that. Nobody's going to oppose them within the country.
I still think it's interesting. Like, if you look at most of the states during voting processing, like our governor voting we just had, you look at the state, almost every county is red, but the major cities are blue. And yet, almost every single Democrat had won.
So, I'm not going to presume to know what's going on, but I do know this, is that our country is really close, if not already there, to become in a completely socialistic country. And if we become a complete 100% socialistic country,
Civil War.
We'll be the biggest social country has ever existed. I know, maybe Canada, I don't know. But generally, what happens right after that slips right into fascism. It's so easy to go from socialism to fascism because the only difference is it's socialism with military control.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
As
far as I understand.
I still hate that people in the city are so brainwashed that they think
Oh man.
changing gun control will help people not die from guns. No, it won't. People that commit crimes with guns, they find ways to get guns legally.
Well, yeah. Well, criminals don't care about the law.
Yeah. If they're going to
So
murder
if you're
someone,
gonna,
they're...
if you're going to adhere to more strict gun controls, you're just hurting the people that can have them legally. You're not hurting the criminal at all. He's not going to care. Like the real criminals, they're not going to care. They're not supposed to have them anyway, most likely. So they're not going to care.
Yeah,
Honestly,
honestly,
you're going to make my job, which that's their job, to be a criminal. They're going to make my job easier because now instead of, say, taking things like, house burglaries or whatever, muggings, now instead of taking from people that can protect themselves, like a lion or a wolf or whatever, you basically turn everybody, if you take your guns away, you turn everybody into sheep.
mm-hmm.
So, right, they are the wolves, you're the sheep because you can't really protect yourself against a gun at a certain extent. I'm going to go mug these people because I have a gun and they don't. It really puts the hand in the upper hand on the criminal side more than the people that are upholding law. You know, and if it gets too crazy, then you're going to have more criminals because the people are going to be like, well, why am I upholding this law when the law is not even protecting me? So what happens? You become lawless, a lawless society.
If you look
Somebody's
at
going to follow the law.
if you look at Great
Can't survive that
Britain,
way.
so England, they have extremely strict gun control. Not even all cops have guns. They have
Most of
tasers
their
and
deaths are from
batons.
beatings and stabbings.
Yeah, their
As far as I know.
their stabbing rates are so
So
high.
high,
There's sometimes where it's higher than our worst murder city in America.
Like people, if you think it takes a firearm to kill a person, then no, you can kill a person with a pencil.
The rock.
You just
It's a
remind me
rock.
of
Cain and Abel.
the pencil. Remind me of what's that?
$2.49, Jim.
What's that movie? John Wick.
Yeah, not wood.
He killed 3 men with pencil.
Yeah, I mean,
Of course, he used one more word in there, but I don't like cursing.
I was reading that law, Measure 114, and passed.
Yeah.
That'll probably be 3 years before it ever gets implemented.
yeah.
Well, the thing is,
Because there's lawsuits against it. Everybody that.
if it's defined as unconstitutional, it just gets thrown out.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
But do
My
you
son
know?
went to buy a gun Saturday
Yep.
in Portland because he said everybody's wanting to buy a gun before December 7th. He said he went and put his number in on Friday, I think. Saturday he went back and his number still wasn't drawn. He waited for a while.
Oh, really?
Yeah, 24 hours later. Wow. And he said some Oriental people come in and said, oh, our number's real close. He said, because it was like 100J, 100K, and now they had him.
So
he said it was crazy.
That's odd.
my brother just bought a 22 revolver, like an old-fashioned 22 revolver, and the guy who's selling the guns, like, now the background check might take a while because we're extremely backed up, but because of my brother has no record at all with the police, and our last name is pretty well known because of my dad and stuff. The guys, as he was explaining, that background check might take a while. It finished, and you look over and say, "Oh,
Yeah.
it's done."
Some of them go through it. My son's even got a concealed weapons permit.
I'm doing that right now. It's $115 just for fingerprinting and photo ID.
That's
For-
not bad. Is it just Oregon State?
Well, it used to be less than 60, and I'm doing a Utah one too.
Yeah,
But
I don't know what
It's
he,
going to cost me over
But
four.
he said that helps when you go buy a gun.
Yeah.
If you already got a concealed weapons
sure.
permit, but he said it.
Runs to the sheriff's
Yeah.
department.
It will cost me more to get the concealed permit than it would for the actual gun I bought.
He wants to buy a little, what do you call it, a SIG or something like that.
I have a P365
Yeah,
six
it's
saw
a little-
Sawyer, six
He
saw.
said something you can carry. He's got a Glock now, but he said, holy Christ, he
Glock's
put that
good.
on Elkhart, and he said, I ain't packing that around Elkhart. That's like,
I mean, I have a compact P365 9mm.
but he carries it in his truck, you know. So.
Granted, if you want to do really stopping power, you want 45 or 40. You
If
can.
you really want stopping power,
You
just
don't-
carry a rifle.
Yeah, okay.
It's-
Well,
Rifles do definitely stop a person or an animal.
the thing is, that's kind of what he wanted for elk hunting, because there's cats around.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Something that he could just scare them.
Yeah, 44 mag will do that.
My nephew's son-in-law was out. He works for the BLM. He was out doing something, marking some trees or tractor checking some trees,
Yeah.
and there was a cat. They're not allowed to carry guns. But no, they're not allowed when you're working for the BLM or the Forest Service.
Yeah.
They're not allowed to carry a gun.
Crazy.
Yeah, he was saying, he was going to check in if he could carry like a stun gun of some kind or anything that would, some kind of
Bear mace.
huh?
Bear mace wouldn't be horrible.
Yeah, or whatever he could do. But they had they got beagles. My nephew's got one and he's got one. They're brothers. And he had Ed with him. He had his son with him. He grabbed his son and said, "Oh no," because that cat, that cougar was.
Yeah.
And he said that little dog took off, that beagle took off. And he thought, "Oh, I'll never see that beagle again." He said, "Here come the beagle." That cat took off. Yeah, it's crazy.
That's different.
Yeah, my son seen a big old paw, and he didn't know if it was a. Where do you think it was a wolf track? But I didn't think wolves were clear down by Burns yet. But who knows? That was a big track.
There might be timber wolves.
Huh?
I guess timber wolves are smaller than wolves.
We got wolves up here, that's for sure.
Yeah, they got wolves here, so they might be down there. But he seen a track. I mean, it was. He took a picture of it. And we were gonna check it out, and then everybody got busy. Yeah, I should have asked him if he ever checked it out. See you later.
Hey, Jim. Count of 1, 2, 3. That's pretty rare. She's established. She's got, nobody's perfect.
Yeah, I don't like those women that are like, oh, I'm done doing the hot girl stuff. I'm ready to settle down. And people's like, here, let me reword this for you. I'm done being treated like a prostitute, basically.
Yeah.
And since I'm all used up and my parts don't go back to normal, I want to settle down because I feel like eventually will just be that slice of bread that no one wants.
So, if they have a solid biblical standpoint, marriage might be an option. If they don't, marriage probably not a good option. This is my opinion. I would tell them, like, if I treat them just like my own kids established, right?
Back here.
Tell the guy to make sure to put what he wants in the back burner. He's got a family there. Same thing with the woman. Put what she wants on the back burner. She has a family. And start investing time, energy, money into long-term goals instead of short-term. Like, what am I going to do for a job, right?
One of the things I hate the most that I see on like Twitter and stuff is women will say that she cheated, and every single woman that comments on that tweet would say like, "Oh, so the guy didn't give you enough attention, or the guy did something wrong." No, she cheated. If she cheats, that means she did something wrong. Like,
At what point should you accept accountability, and do you? That's another question.
yeah.
Do what?
If you don't like the guy, then leave him. Like, there's no reason to go cheat.
No, Friday. Yeah.
Party, man.
Over there, because I've been there once. It was like when I was like 15. What was it? Over there, you usually just wake up, work all day, and then just do whatever you want for the rest of the night. You just had to be up in the morning just to go work. And I was like, so first time experience. It was fun. Don't get me wrong, but other than waking up all hungover and having to go work and stuff, I was like, yeah.
I can tell you this right now, man. I don't want to say everybody, but most of the people that we met in Mexico are freaking hilarious.
Oh yeah.
They have an awesome sense of humor.
Yeah.
Super great sense of humor.
Uh-huh.
You know, the first time I went to Mexico, well, I'd say the first, but the first time I went over as an adult,
Uh-huh.
you know, and I go over and I'm just like, all these people are happy. This guy's all in the marketplace, he's like, stuff and whatnot, and everybody's like, yeah. They got beers, you know, it's like, we're just getting down with it, cowboy boots on, and
No, yeah, for
they
real.
were just having a whole lot of fun. I was like, man, everybody's like happy here.
How-
Either that or everybody's drunk.
No,
But either way, they're happy.
for
So
real.
the food is amazing. I love the food there.
Oh yeah.
I like the food.
Yeah.
First time I like went in, I can't remember what it was. It was like salted pork and beans or something like that.
Uh-huh.
And then like I sit there and I was like looking at it. I was like, oh, it kind of looks weird. But I'll eat that. Okay. So I'm sitting there eating it. I'm just like sauce, dip. It was so good. It was really good. I'm like, oh man, I don't know what can make this any better. And it's like this guy, I didn't even order it. This guy walks over and he's like, tequila. It just walks off. I was like, all right, bam. Yeah, it keeps filling it up. Bam. I'm like, hey, Samesa, go sport my board. He's like, No, and he comes up to me and starts talking. I was like, I have no idea what you're talking about. All I know how to say. It was like, those cervezas, por favor. I was like, okay. So he does that. But he kept walking by and he's just like it was coffee. He's like, yeah, man, go. And I was so hammered after lunch. He was like, okay. I don't even know if they tagged it to my bill. I just didn't care.
No, for real.
But it was a lot of fun.
No, I bet. Last time, so I was 15 then for my graduation present or whatever. We took a senior trip, me and like 4 of my best friends. We went to Cabo. Cabo was very
Cabo Wabo?
fun. Oh yeah. We went to Cabo Wabo. That's actually a place. I thought it wasn't. I thought it was.
Like you're messing with me.
Exactly. And then next you
Inside
know
of the
we
bottle.
get there. It was all fun. It was really fun.
Yeah.
It was there for like a week and a half. Pretty fun. We went stayed at a resort. It was fun. It was very fun.
I stayed in Cancun for like 4 days. So I had way more fun in small towns.
Mm-hmm.
Like, way more fun.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
get to know the people.
Uh-huh.
Be like, look, I'm not an idiot, and they'll speak in Spanish to me. I have no idea what you're talking about. And then like some people, they're cool about it. Like, no, I speak English. I'm like, okay, how much is that? And they're like, it's $1. I'm like, here's $5. You know, and they're like, oh, cool. Like, yeah.
No, yeah, for
Like,
real.
you know, that kind of stuff.
No, yeah.
But yeah, I didn't really like Cancun. It was just like you go to Cancun, you're just like, all right, walking around, get a beer, just like, where do you want to go eat? I don't know. Like, what is there? There's a Chili's, and I'm like, what? Chili? Yeah, Tony Roma Pizza. I'm like, we get McDonald's down here. Yes, they have McDonald's down there. I'm like, no, I don't want to eat any of those places. Like, you can do that in the States.
No, for
I'm like,
real.
I'm gonna go find somebody that owns something that looks like it might be questionable.
Uh-huh.
And it's gonna be great.
No, yeah.
You know.
No, yeah.
Or watch,
absolutely.
go. I'm looking at all these places you can eat, and they're all these big time corporations, right?
Mhm.
I don't want to eat at a corporation. I don't eat at mom and pops. They've been open since 100 years.
Yeah.
You know, and they know the original recipe to the nachos that were made in like 1800s, whatever it was. You know, I don't know. Like I want to order fish head soup. Like down in Mexico, fish head soup is so good.
Oh no, yeah.
It's
It's
really good.
Very
Like,
good.
how can you eat that? Like it's like this. It's really good.
Nah,
Yeah, get
for
the
real.
spicy in there. Yeah.
So where we're from, it's like a little. Have you been to Hermiston?
What?
Have you ever been to Hermiston?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So on
it's like so
It's
where
a
we're
45
from.
minute
It's
drive.
It's a funny question. It's like, have you been to Hermiston? Yeah.
Well, it's funny. It's because before I started, I've never been over here. That's why, like,
Oh, okay.
I've never been over here, like Athena and all that stuff. But
All right.
so Hermiston, Umatilla, and Stanfield. That's kind of like where we're from. Like that's how like it's kind of like plotted out. It's like a little like 3 little towns type of thing. And where we're from, it's literally like it's all family. Like you'd be surprised how many like cousins that I don't know of. Like because once I go over there, I'm like, you know what, I'm not gonna.
Beware of dating, I guess.
Exactly. I was about to say that. Be like,
That's what I'm saying.
I was like, you know what, I'm a.
Who are you? I'm gonna check with my nana on this.
exactly.
No, it's
No.
your cousin, man. Damn it.
I gotta make sure with everyone that I talk to, make sure they're family or not, so I can approach.
Nana.
But nah, literally over there, there's every Sunday, there's like it's like a little plaza in the middle, and like there's like a bunch of like you said, like cell phone like business that just go there and like just it's like a little tacos. There's like taco stands all over, but it's like not tacos. It's like there's like a variety of stuff. Like you can go there and
Yeah, mom, pop
stuff.
places.
Exactly.
Yeah, I like that.
And every Sunday, just it was so good.
Yeah, if you want to go, to, this is my thing, is I've been to a few countries, and if you want to go to a country and experience the character of the people in that country, don't go to a place that is surrounded by corporations.
No, yeah.
Like, that is not the people, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like, if you want to experience the people in that way, of their character and how they are, and and actually have something to talk about. You know, I'd be like, yeah, man, I went to Cancun, ate at Chili's, yeah.
No,
It's
yeah,
like,
no.
do anything? No, it's like pretty expensive not to do it.
Exactly. No,
Right?
yeah, for real.
So it's those mom and pop shops that, like I said, have been around for a long time, or maybe they haven't been around for a long time. They keep moving, or you know, that kind of stuff. You know, we stayed at hotels a couple times. There was one lady that went to her house. She said she had rooms for her. You know, and I was like, hey. So I was like, yeah. So me and my uncle and a couple of the guys that worked at the roofing with my uncle for RJ Roofing, like, yeah, let's go rent from this lady. You know, it's an older woman. She's single or whatever. You know, she's by herself. She has extra rooms. Like, yeah, dude, let's do this because I'd rather give money to her. You know, that kind of thing. That's just how we roll.
Yeah.
And so we do it and whatnot, and we find out that she went out in the front yard, pitched a tent in the front yard, and she was like, yeah, you can rent my whole entire house, and I'll sleep in the tent. Uncle Ron was like, no. So we went into town, we all bought tents, we got cots, we got all kinds of stuff, and so we just camped out in front of her house. She was out there, she was like doing our laundry, like cooking us 3 meals a day, and comes in with a big pot, and she's like, you know, I don't know what she's saying. She's super nice, older lady, and she's like, yeah, and she just hands me a plate, like, oh, thanks. I'm like, and she says something, I'm like, amazing, it's so good. Like, what is this? I don't know what that is. You should try that. We're just sitting eating it. She feeds us 3 meals a day, breakfast. She does her laundry. You know, she helps us out and this and that. And so at the end of the day, we just kind of looked around and we were going to leave, you know. And like, she treated us so well. I have no idea what she's talking about. My uncle speaks Spanish, but I don't know. Whatever. Oblivious. And so Uncle looks at us and she goes, "All right, bud. He goes, dig deep in your pockets, man. Dig deep in your pockets. She needs the money." I'm like, "All right." So I pull out like $100 and he looks at me funny. I'm like, "2?" He's like, "Here's $500, thanks." And so everybody gave this. There's 5 people of us, and each of them gave her $500. And you should see the look on her face. I was like, and so I'm like, that's a lot of money. Like, that's a lot of money, right? $500. I had $6,000 in my back pocket because we did roofing. There's only 3 other people, me and my uncle, and he divided everything up equally. So if the roofing job cost $26,000, right, then he would divide a portion out for me, a portion out for them, and so everybody got paid really, really well. Like, really, I was making like $7,000 a month roofing. Anyway, so we just had money. Like $5,000 in this and that, and I was like, man, I gave that lady a lot of money, dude. It's like, yeah, but now she can buy her whole entire house, pay it off free and clear. I was like, that's awesome. I know, my uncle showed me that kind of way of life, and I like doing that. You know what I mean? Because I don't need it. $500 to me is nothing. You know, well, it's not nothing, but it's something, right? It's just a little thing, but with that much amount of money, and now she can pay off her house. She doesn't worry about the bills no more. I guess that's what she was talking about with my uncle. My uncle would stay up late at night and sit there and start drinking tequila with her and stuff like that, and start talking to her. It is pretty fun.
No, for real.
I like Mexico. You should have went, dude. You shouldn't have lied.
I know.
By the way,
every account that I go to, like, I always, like, not every account, but like the ones that I actually like have a connection with, I always tell them, like, yeah, I was supposed to go to Mexico, and now they're like, every time I screw up, they're like, man, you should have.
She just went.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
she just went.
And then one of them was like, the worst thing they can say is no. And I was like, you're right. I was just a chicken about it, but.
Well, I appreciate your honesty.
Average has been dropping lately. But usually, when the IQ first became a thing, 100 was the very middle, that was average. And now it's like dropping down to 90 is the average. Because so many people are getting stupider and stupider.
I think it might be a little lower than that now.
Yeah, I don't know. You would have to talk to someone that did a study.
Well, apparently Obama thinks that there's 57 states in the United States. Biden thinks that there is 52 states in the United States. And they're the president, at least at one point in time, or even current. Alright?
I would not recognize Biden as a president. He's a puppet.
I think it's sad, actually. Because he's got some sort of mental issues,
Yeah,
but yet he's still in office.
he has some sort of thing wrong with him.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's obvious. I'm pretty sure he's pooped himself on stage, or on live TV. You know, look, it's nice to see even presidents making mistakes. Yeah, that's fine. They make mistakes. Human beings. But when they're talking about something at least semi-important, and their words slur to something that's incomprehensible and not real, and it happens more often, like, you just lost it, man.
I like how I asked this person.
We want competency, and I don't see it.
I asked this person who says they're full-on Democrat. They don't like Republicans at all. I asked,
Alright.
what is the issue with Biden speaking? Why does he stutter then? And they're like, oh, because he had an issue when he was younger, a kid. He fell off the swing and got hurt, and he couldn't speak right after that. I was like, wow, that sounds like a big giant excuse that was made up. Like, I don't believe a single word you just said just then. Is it true? Maybe. Is it likely? No. Not even close.
So, I have a question. Like, if Trump had a son like Hunter Biden,
Oh, then Trump
Right.
would have been impeached
would
immediately.
have been impeached because of his actions of his son, which he does not have a whole lot of control over. He can't control other people. Okay.
How many
Right.
kids does Trump
But
have? It's like 3 of
nevertheless-
them, right?
Biden's still president, so on and so forth and whatnot. So you get to see that hypocrisy. I talked to a full-blown Democrat. It's like, I'm a Democrat at 100%. I believe Democrat. I was like, you believe in every single Democrat that has ever existed. Yes. But the, so when I asked him a question, I was like, so you believe in everyone that has ever existed? And you believe them, right? You agree with what they say. Yes. Bad. It's bad.
It's called sheep.
And no, that's really, really bad because, Hitler was a Democrat. Literally.
Yeah, with his beliefs, he
Right?
would be a Democrat.
Albert Pike, Democrat. Right?
No, that's a name that most people don't throw around.
Look at Albert Pike.
I know him. Not super well, but I know of him.
Yeah. Formed a pretty interesting little clan.
Basically, yeah.
So I would be careful. That's it. That's just my opinion.
Yeah.
I mean, Mussolini, he was a Democrat. Come on.
So this week